Yo, 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 what's up?
Yo, what's up?
I'm Jason.
I'm E.
How's it going today, E?
Good. You are listening to the Over Easy podcast.
One and only, baby, one and only. I see the Christmas tree up. No ornaments really yet. What's going on?
We got one.
One.
There's
Come on.
one up
Does that
there.
count as a Christmas? I don't have my Hanukkah lights up. So.
Well, then we also have another one. That
I
has
didn't
a
see
story.
that with Santa over here.
Yeah.
It's a little festive.
So, we're getting there.
All right. Did you put lights around the house?
Outside.
Outside?
Yes,
I know.
yes.
I haven't driven by here at night or whatever.
We got the little blow up doohickeys.
Blow up. That always works for Christmas, man.
Blow up ones.
I haven't seen. I thought maybe we'd see less Christmas lights this year because it's kind of a downer for some people. But I've seen just as many Christmas lights. I think people are getting into the groove of things.
Yeah.
You know, it still feels somewhat like Christmas, I guess.
We need some happiness for 2020. So
yeah.
I think people were like, "No, you're not taking away my Christmas lights."
Santa, you better bring your ass over here. All right. I'm Jewish and I'm waiting for Santa to come in my house.
It's coming business. I saw one guy who had lights in a pile. Just one pile of lights, and he had a sign up that said "fuck it." He had one pile of lights. They weren't put up anywhere.
I guess that's a great. I think that's a great.
They were lit up, and it just said "fuck it."
That's a great summarization summary for 2020. I guess.
Yeah, like here you go. Here's my lights.
Here's my lights. I know. You know, it's definitely crazy that we're at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Man, just on a quick thing, the vaccine got approved yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Are you getting it when it's available?
I'm getting it when it's available, but I'm not getting it first.
Okay. Well, I'll get it and I'll tell you how it feels.
Which means that I'm getting it after the first class action lawsuit goes
The first
through.
class. Don't say that. Let's not make it like that. That's not fair.
Yeah, after that happens.
We don't want to get our people to feel like they should take the vaccine or whatever. Because I'm taking it when they get it available.
Just like I don't buy the first iPhone when it comes out. The new iPhone.
Okay, but we're not going to be.
Okay,
we're not going to be the first vaccine because the first vaccine I think drops this week.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, technically, we won't be the first people getting it. No.
Well, I have the option because I work with.
Oh wow! Can I take yours?
With old people.
So you're not going to take it if they offer it?
No, not immediately.
Okay.
I'm going to first wait and see who starts developing any kind of symptoms.
Well, what I heard that the symptoms was like if you have like a regular shot, like a flu shot or whatever, the worst you get maybe sore arm or you get like flu symptoms or whatever.
No, not those symptoms.
Like, you're talking about
months later symptoms.
Months later symptoms. So far, there hasn't been any documentation of that. Like in the trials, now they're actually sticking people, the actual public now, full of it. But there was a fun story. I think one of the first guys in England, his name was William Shakespeare that got it.
Oh,
he's like 90-something. No, he got it. His name was William Shakespeare.
I know, he deserves it.
All right, so William Shakespeare got it. I think that's pretty cool.
Did you write a book about it afterwards?
I didn't see the stories or anything yet, but I guess
write a couple plays.
I guess that was the fun line. But yeah, man, I guess everybody has the uneasy feeling about the vaccine.
Yeah, I mean, for one, the pharmaceutical companies in general, the industry has left bad taste in a lot of people's mouths about...
Especially communities of color. They haven't served them well. It's just factual evidence. Even Dr. Fauci spoke about it in the past. It hasn't been serving those communities well at all. So there's a trust factor that needs to be definitely put in that. And I think people in general are just, this is the quickest a vaccine's ever been done. So they're like, all right, you've gone through trials. Are we guinea pigs?
Right, exactly.
So, I mean, even though people have done it, so I get it.
It also, it's like, dude, we watch all the commercials about all the other drugs that are out and all the side effects you ramble off about those things.
Yeah.
So how do you want me to feel about some drug that you didn't quite test like we would like, and you just rushed it out? I mean, these other drugs you tested to the full possibility, and you're still rambling on.
What is it? The one for erectile dysfunction?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm making a little vulgar here, but they say if you have a erection for longer than 3 hours, go seek medical attention.
Right.
Whoa, 3 hours! Like, I'm not looking for that.
Right.
You ever seen I Think I Love My Wife? with Chris Rock.
Yes.
And he takes it, and they put a needle in his penis because it can't go down.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my worst nightmare.
Right.
My worst nightmare. As long as it doesn't have that side effect, I'm good.
Well, they'd probably get more people doing the vaccine if it was that side effect.
I think a lot of people,
especially in the old senior living community.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually think that once people see that a lot of people are taking it, there's a high rate of success, what it take like 95% on the Pfizer one. I think more people are going to take it. Yeah, the efficacy. I think more people are going to take it because they're going to be like, all right, we need to get this life back to normal here.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to break down to, and I think people will start cracking to their fears of the vaccine. I get it. There's some trepidation there. It runs, I guess, in my mind a little bit. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I think that's fine.
And don't get me wrong, I want everyone else to take it.
They want everybody, but you want to
yeah. I want you guys to run out there as soon as it's available and take the hell out of it. Well,
they said they're not giving it to anybody under 16 years old.
Yeah.
And I think if you have allergic reactions, I don't know what type of
allergic
reaction.
yeah,
I don't know what type. Yeah.
Type
So they tell you not to take it right away. Actually, a friend of mine's son, it's my brother's friend. He can't take the vaccine. He's got like a heart condition and everything, but he's not gonna be able to take a vaccine regardless because he's underage and plus he has a bunch of side issues with his heart, everything. Mm-hmm. And the doctor said to him, to his parent, his mom, that he's not going to be able to go to school. He recommends not going to school for 3 years in public school. Now, the kid's like 8 years old, 7 years old, so that's pretty sad. Like, wow, because you're putting yourself out there. That's just a quick story, but in general, they said, now this is what my understanding of the vaccine is, right? So they don't know if you won't contract it still, like when you take the vaccine. But they said if you do contract it, it might not show up in any form. Like you'll have it, but you won't be getting sick by it.
Right.
So that's why they're saying people that...
You'll be asymptomatic.
Yeah. So, but that's why they say you should still wear a mask because if you have the vaccine, if you still get it, you can still pass it on to people in the same way. You're probably not going to get sick by it at that point, but you're still able to pass it on to anybody, I guess, at that point. So that's why saying mask wearing should be going on, I guess. I think what they said most of the year of this year, probably summertime, we might start ripping those masks off. I think they said most of the population should be vaccinated by May or June, except Ernesto.
Right.
Like I say, pop it in my arm.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
all right, I'll do it live on here.
Okay.
I know the presidents, it's just as important as me. As the presidents, I look at myself in that way. So I'm looking forward to get my arm inoculated.
Right.
They say, the first one, and then 21 days later, you got to go back and get it.
For that one, I think Pfizer's or a different company.
That's Pfizer, and then Moderna, and then Johnson & Johnson's coming out.
And theirs is just a one-time shot.
I don't know. One of them is just cold. They have to be really cold. Is that because I had a discussion? Is it the Moderna or is it the Pfizer? They're both cold, but one has to be at like a sub-temperature that's like minus 1,000, I think. They have to be in refrigerators and stuff. So
and only certain hospitals have the capability for keeping things that cold.
I got a real deep freezer. Hand it to me. I'll make sure it gets out to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just give it to me. I got a deep freezer that at least goes to -10. So
yeah,
maybe we can get that to
get some, what kind of ice is that? Dry ice?
Yeah, dry ice, exactly.
Keep it cold.
So,
one of them is going to be, I only know this because we had to go over it at work and tell people about it, but one of them is a 2-shot vaccine. The other one is a single shot, which I would rather do the single shot.
I would. But I want it to be just as effective as a 2-shot.
Right. I want the one that works. Actually,
I don't want to get into the numbers. There's one that's less effective. I think it's like 70%. And that's going to be this quote-unquote, the one that America bought the most of. Mm-hmm. So, of course, we're going to get the cheap end of it, the one that's the less effective, 70%, which is still considered good, but it's not 95%. Yeah. But America put the most stockpile in that one, supposedly. So,
right.
So we're going to get the one that's 70%. We still have Pfizer, but I don't think it's ever going to get to us, the Pfizer. That's going to probably be to everybody that's in your people in healthcare.
Yeah.
So that's going to be your neck of the woods. So are they going to force you to take it?
No. It's going to be optional.
But you're going to have to continue to wear your mask regardless of the fact, right?
Continue to wear masks, continue to wear face shields.
So do you have to get tested?
Every week.
do you have to get tested if you take the vaccine still?
That's a good question.
I mean, I guess if you could still
assume you
carry the vaccine, you could still you can still carry the disease even though you're not going to show anything anymore. I guess you still have the testing doesn't matter at this point. You still have to do loads of testing.
Positive, right.
Yeah, because you don't want to be asymptomatic spread. So that's good. But I wanted to jump off with a little bit of happy news. I'm not saying this is not going to be a happy day today, but I just felt like that was important to talk about. Maybe we're getting closer and closer to the end of this pandemic. I can feel it.
Yeah, we are.
You can see it.
We are.
Arms are getting shot now.
It sounds.
Yeah. It's the happiest shooting I've ever seen.
Yeah, everybody's lining up.
Ernesto just says, everybody else take it.
Please,
everybody
take
get to that. I think 80%.
Yeah, we want to
50 to 70% need to be vaccinated for it to be considered we're good at that point. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Right.
Like, we're done.
Right.
So, let's get to that without Ernesto having to take that. So, I feel like we should do a GoFundMe account for that.
If I have to pay for it myself.
No, you don't have to pay for it, but it just should be a GoFundMe thing. Make sure that Ernesto have. Listen, we might have to make a prize for this. Everybody go get it, and then we'll give you a prize.
Yeah.
Not the big prize for the billion listeners. That's a great segue, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Actually.
We have the biggest prize ever given away online. So if you all want to be involved and you want a chance to win, you have to make sure you share this video, share our content, subscribe, because it's only going to kick off once we get 1 billion subscribers with a B. It has to be that way because it's a prize like no other. So we have to reach goals like no other, which 1 billion is the first YouTube channel podcast to ever get 1 billion. So
I got text. It's not the vaccine, okay? You're not getting the vaccine.
Yeah, no.
All right, I got a couple of texts that it was the vaccine.
Yeah,
it was
no,
not
it's not
the
that.
vaccine. I promise you, it's not going to be the vaccine. It's
No.
It's not. I mean, that's a huge vaccine. I mean, that's a huge needle. I don't know if anybody wants that, but it's a big. This is a big prize. You know, we have it all over everywhere. I mean, it just keeps on growing. I don't know. What are you going to do? Like, no wonder why you can't get ornaments. You can't get past the.
It's spread out over 3 countries.
3 countries. Now it's 3 countries.
Yeah, because we had to expand off into Asia. So.
Oh, now Asia we were in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of, we're going to do whatever we have to do to store this item and make sure it gets out to the winner. So.
All right. So
whatever we got to do.
We'll try to make it smaller when we deliver it to you.
Yeah. Just leave that up to us.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You guys just figure out the subscribing, the liking, the comment,
don't
the
worry
sharing.
That's small.
We'll handle the prize
stuff. That prize stuff is small details. Just make sure, like you said, like, subscribe, comment. Keep yourself engaged. Email us. Do everything that you can.
Yeah.
So let's get back to Christmas.
Okay.
Do you have any gifts that you want this year?
To look a lot like Christmas.
Yeah, it was kind of cold this week.
It was.
Yeah.
Not today, but.
It was a beautiful run today. I went for a run today. It was beautiful, about 70 degrees. Sorry for everybody out there listening that it wasn't 70 degrees.
Yeah.
I was watching a football game. It's snowing. I guess it was in Colorado, which you would think it's snowing.
Yeah.
But anything you want for Christmas?
Anything I want? What do I want for Christmas? I haven't thought about it.
I'm not getting you anything, but that's just because.
Oh, then I don't want anything.
That's the one.
No, what do I want for Christmas? That's a good question.
And I want to know your Christmas routine. Like, what do you do? Like, how? Because I actually had a friend, we were talking yesterday, what's their Christmas routine? So I like to know what people do the night before Christmas Eve. Do you open presents? The morning, what do you do? Do you get all crazy? The kids get crazy? What happens?
Well, yeah, definitely the night before is when we wrapping all the gifts.
Okay.
And for some reason, we save it for the night before because it's just a thing.
I know a lot of people open up gifts that Christmas Eve. They do the Christmas Eve gift.
Yeah, some people open up everything on Christmas Eve. Some people open up one gift on Christmas Eve. We don't do any.
Do you feel like Christmas is overrated after the morning?
No.
No?
I think it's still like Christmas throughout the day.
Because I feel like Christmas Eve's the best.
Yeah.
Because you have the parties and stuff. I know there's Christmas dinner and everything, but it kind of seems like Thanksgiving 2.0.
It is.
Dinner, you know?
It's Thanksgiving with gifts.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're getting gifts in the morning. So, like, to me, it's just like, it's done, you know? Like, we're going to go try. Because I see everybody.
And then you got to play with the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not. Yeah, that's what I've always done. Because we used to open up as a family on Christmas, even though we're Jewish. Like I said, we opened up our gifts on Christmas. Everybody got together, did it, because it was, you know, it's like a holiday. You cross it. Okay. Jesus' day, we'll go ahead and put that on our We'll give him that. So we're going to give him that. So we went ahead and we used to open up the gifts. So yeah, we played with the toys as kids and stuff like that. I'd be mad when I used to get like shirts and stuff. Like that was the most annoying thing in the world. When you're like 8 or 9, it's like, well, we got you shirts and socks.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man! I want the good stuff.
Save that for my birthday.
No, don't do that. Like, do that for like school shopping and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going back to school. Like, you don't care about that stuff at that age.
Right,
Now you get to like 12, 13, 14. It's like, okay, I want the shoes. I want the shirts. Don't care about toys. I'm losing my toy interest. Maybe PlayStation, Xbox, something like that. That's cool. But everything else. But yeah, so what's so you open up? I mean, you're doing all the gifts, wrapping.
Yeah, we wrap them on the eve.
All right, you have dinner, anything like special?
No,
Christmas?
not on Christmas Eve. Sometimes we go to a friend's house where they give out gifts to everybody who comes, and they have.
Do you get them gifts too? Do you hand them a gift since you're going over their house?
We bring a gift.
Okay, because I know that's a weird thing.
We bring a gift, but we don't bring a gift for everybody.
It's a family. Oh no, yeah, I get that. You'd be broke.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely bring a gift. They give out gifts. We eat good food. They're Spanish.
Oh, I'm in.
Argentina.
I know a lot of in Hispanic culture. They usually open up the gifts. I got friends that do it. That open up the gifts the night before. Exactly. I've seen that a lot of times. So that's pretty cool. It's a great party to go to.
A lot of empanadas.
Shredded beef. All the 9.
Yeah, they're Argentinian, so a lot of steak.
Oh, I'm not a big steak fan, man.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, they have a lot of salad.
I'm not saying I need that salad.
A lot of bread and like olive oil and vinegar type stuff.
Olive oil,
to dip the bread in. They have a lot of cheese and all that stuff.
All right, so that sounds good. I'm there the next time. All right, so Ernesto, you guys wrap the gifts for Christmas morning. So what time do we wake up at? What do we do all this? What's going on? Like,
well, my daughter usually just wakes up.
She runs to you and stuff. I'm always thinking of like Home Alone and stuff, like crazy, like that type of stuff. Is that how it works in the household?
Yeah. She runs and wakes us up, and then we come out here and watch her have the time of her life. Because all the gifts are pretty much for her.
Right.
She's the only child, so.
Man, that's awesome for that part.
Yeah, unless my niece comes. I'm not sure if she's coming, but if she comes, then that'll be another little girl to have gifts for. But other than that, watch her have a field day. Make sure she knows where the gifts came from, and then help her put all the gifts together, whatever needs to be put together. Then we go outside and play it. All the while, we're having mimosas and cooking breakfast, and then we get ready for the dinner. Start preparing the food.
So it is Thanksgiving 2.0.
Yeah.
After the morning, after the whole gift giving, it's Thanksgiving 2.0. Okay, because I was always confused with that part because it feels like Thanksgiving. I think, for me, Thanksgiving, like we've had discussions, to me is the top holiday. You don't get any gifts, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, you have football. On Christmas, you have basketball games.
Right,
so it's just a little trade-off. But,
so that... all about basketball starting on Christmas.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is going to be a tough...
right now, it's preseason, right?
Yeah, they're starting later. So, yeah, but... So that's Ernesto's Christmas story, I guess, how you do it. Go ahead and email us, because I like hearing these things. I just find it fascinating what people do for Christmas. The Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. How do you plan about stuff? What do you do? Like, are you opening presents Christmas Eve? Are you getting drunk? Is a bunch of family coming over? Or is it
My dad's going to be here.
Oh, your dad's going to be here? So, yeah. Is it an intimate process, the opening of the presents Christmas morning for some people? I don't understand. That's just how it goes. How's Christmas night? I just like to know these things, see what people do. Being, I guess, Jewish on my part, I'm fascinated by the whole, the process of people's Christmases.
Right.
I guess in general. Hanukkah we get together on some point.
That's what I'm
it's 8 days, so not everybody's coming together and stuff. You hand the kid the gift and stuff. Hey, have a good time and stuff. Like I still for this year.
So you're definitely guaranteed 8 gifts.
If your family's really nice off, you're getting some really good 8 gifts.
Yeah.
You get that list, and you pretty much know what the kid wants and stuff. And you're like, okay, after dinner, all right, time to open up the gift.
Yeah.
After dinner, all right, next night, time to open up a gift.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's even great, sometimes Christmas and Hanukkah. cross each other up. So.
Wait, they're on different days?
Well, 8 days.
Well, I know.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes Hanukkah falls into Christmas. Because it's 8 days, sometimes it starts later. So it might be on, Hanukkah starts the first day on the 19th. So it runs past. So, you can have that Hanukkah, Christmas.
So it floats, kind of.
Yeah, there's us Jews never got direct days. We let it float.
What day is Hanukkah exactly?
Yeah, no, it does. It floats. Like this year it started, I think, Thursday night.
Holiday.
Thursday night it started.
Okay.
So, yeah, Jews float our holidays. We never have one day or whatever. We weren't afforded that. So we kind of give what they give us.
Oh,
I don't know who makes the holiday. To be honest with you, I don't know what they say.
Yeah,
what day is it? Do we get I want to pick my birthday every year.
Yeah, is there a committee? And like,
all right, so this year I want 2 birthdays. Since it's been 2020, it's been awful. I want 2 birthdays. So.
Yeah, everyone should get 2 birthdays for 2021.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, just to kind of as a stimulus.
So, yeah, that's how us Jews do it. But yeah, definitely fascinated by everybody's gift opening process, I guess.
Yeah.
So go ahead, everybody, send us your emails. What you think about how's your gift opening process work?
Yeah.
Do you have a certain guideline you go by? I don't know. So it's the Over Easy Podcast Network at gmail.com. Go ahead, send us that.
You got it.
Like our page. Comment about what we're talking about.
Yes.
All the time. And we get closer and closer to that billion subscribers and closer to that huge prize.
Oh, man, I can't wait till we get that prize out of here.
Yeah, I mean, Cindy's really pissed off at you right now. I heard her last week yelling at you about this prize.
Yeah, well, she's had to deal with it.
All right, so, yeah, 100%.
So do the people in the other countries who have part of the prize in their house.
So, let me ask you something. Your daughter's watched Home Alone before?
All the time.
So she's a big Home Alone fan? It used to be like a Christmas thing, I thought. That Christmas Story? For me, I was never big into the Christmas Story, personally.
Yeah, I loved it. I love the Christmas Story.
You see, I watched it, and I always thought Sam was mean for when he kicked the kid down the thing.
Yeah, me too. Back then, I thought.
Is that the Christmas? That's the Christmas. Yeah,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, but to me, the Christmas movie to me of all time is Home Alone.
Okay.
Home Alone.
I mean, it's definitely top 2.
Top 2.
So
you would take the Christmas Story?
I think it's the new Christmas Story. I think Christmas Story for me is the one. And then if you want to see a newer Christmas Story, then it's Home Alone.
So, I guess so. For me, it's always going to be Home Alone. Okay? So, that's...
Because I watched that before I started watching Home Alone.
So, would that be cool to you to be at home, like how he was in Home Alone?
No way. I thought...
He had a big house, though. If you remember, if you had his house.
Yeah.
That was a little different. If you remember Home Alone, that was a huge house.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to be home by myself. Unless I had my friend, because he didn't he had neighbors that are friends. Unless my friends down the street was coming outside.
Right?
Yeah.
He was scared at the time.
Yeah, so I wouldn't want to be totally alone.
I don't think he had any presents either.
Yeah, he didn't have
presents. They took the presents with them, right?
Yeah. Now, if I was home alone and my friend down the street or he was home and across the street was home and we were meeting outside playing on the sled, yes. I'd stay home.
I'll be honest with you. That house, I'd be okay with staying home alone.
Yeah,
that was a big house.
Spend your whole weekend in Buzz's room and have a blast.
Buzz's room. That was a pretty cool room, right? That's what I thought.
By the time you go through his room, you'll be...
That was a great room, right? He had a base with the tarantula and stuff.
Yeah.
That really is a great movie.
It is. Yeah. And I didn't understand the second and third.
You didn't understand the second one. The third one was awful. I went to go see the movie theater with that.
I mean, I like the second one. Let me
Lost in New York. That was
I like the second one. But I didn't understand why these guys are going to get in the mix with this kid again when they know they got their asses handed to them back in a whole nother state.
Yeah, but who doesn't want to have a revenge against an 8-year-old?
Bro, just leave it alone. I'd be like, yo, I'm not messing with that little kid in there. I'm going to rob someone else.
A revenge against an 8-year-old, right?
Especially after one paint bucket hits my head. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm not staying in that booby trap house. I already know what this kid's about to do to us. He's about to fuck us up.
Listen, I think it's... Haven't you ever wanted to punch a little kid in the face before?
Yes, but you're not punching that kid.
Yeah, I get it. But in general, it's everybody's thought pattern that I'm going to get that little kid back. There's been 8-year-olds that I wanted to punch. I didn't do it, okay, so let's not say anything. But little brats that have no type of discipline or anything, I just wanted to punched that kid straight in the fucking nose, and I didn't do it. So like that felt as getting older. Yeah, I was rooting on Kevin in the movie to keep on getting them, but now getting older, man, I'm turning to the dark side, man. I wanted every time I'm like, man, they should have kicked his ass.
I was just like, dude, why are y'all still trying to go up these steps?
Well, it was.
You already know you're about to get fucked up.
It's part of the movie, but it's fun. But they were great. Like, they were funny.
They were good actors.
Awesome. Like,
they did a good job.
It's tough to find Christmas movies on that level. Now, since we're in Christmas movies.
Wait. Before we get off Home Alone, have you seen the third one?
Yeah, I did. I actually went to movie theater.
That's the one without Macaulay Culkin,
yeah,
right?
It was bad.
I thought that was horrible.
It was bad.
They were playing it the other day at my house, and I was like, what is this stupid shit?
I think they did a 4 and a 5 I saw, too. Like, all this, like, you need to end that, but,
and they had the lady burglar in there now, and I was like, this is stupid.
Like, something you shouldn't redo.
Yeah.
Some of the things you shouldn't redo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Home Alone, classic 1 and 2 they're on my top. Number 1 is, for me, Home Alone, and then number 2 is Home Alone 2.
2 for me, I loved because he had the talk boy. And
yes.
I had a talk boy when I was a kid because of that movie.
I didn't get one. My brothers got one, and they traded it in for, they wanted to trade it in for, I think at the time, was it Sega? Or something else, or a video game or stuff. But the Talk Boy, they would just kill that Talk Boy. It was like the biggest thing in the world. I didn't get one. I forgot what I would think I was in the Crash Dummies at the time. If you remember the Crash Dummies, knock them things off and stuff like that. But yeah, those Talk Boys were great. I'm still mad at my parents for not getting me one, but whatever. I think that they thought I was going to do something bad with it. They were probably right at the time.
You probably,
I would have probably just...
You would have reenacted Home Alone
exactly.
and had paint cans flying around the house.
But yeah, so those are 2 of my top favorites, Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Another one, first of all, I just, Friday After Next.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Christmas movie, right? Like, that's a Christmas movie, right? Like, you consider... Did you see that...
we have to wait.
Yes, you saw...
Because you said...
Yes, I was to bring it up, too, who died.
Yeah. Steve-O.
Yes, I didn't know that until yesterday. I saw a post, and I was like, something about dying, and I was like, what? Deebo died?
Yeah.
One of the greatest characters ever.
Yeah. Got knocked the fuck out.
Like, knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, let's not make jokes, but that should be honest. Like, that's a great line.
Yeah.
Like, you got knocked the fuck out and bye, Felicia. Those are like, those
are
lines.
Culturally important lines.
Yes. like I see old white people saying that.
Society uses
bye, Felicia.
That. Yeah.
Like, that is a great line.
Like, humanity is thankful because of that.
And just to let you know, side fact, the University of Miami's quarterback from a couple years ago, Brad Kaya, his mom was Felicia.
Oh, in that movie?
Yes.
Oh.
Brad Kaya, look it up. He was a quarterback at the University of Miami a couple of years back. His mom was Felicia from the movie.
Nice.
Yes. That's how old we're all getting, though, but...
So Felicia went on to have a kid. He grew up in Miami.
No, he didn't grow up. He's from California. He committed to play at the U. He played at the University of Miami, played quarterback there, went into the league for a little bit, didn't do anything in the league. I think he's out of the league now. But, yeah, so did pretty good for the family and everything.
Yeah,
Felicia did good.
Yeah.
But those are 2 of the greatest lines ever.
Yeah.
You just knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, and bye, Felicia.
And bye, Felicia. Yeah. That's like, all the Fridays are great, but let's just stay on the third one, Friday After Next.
Yeah, that was one of our Christmas. That was with Ricky Smiley.
Yeah, Ricky Smiley, which blows my mind. That's a great scene, though. That's an underrated chase and everything. Yeah. Like, I think people need to watch that. That is a great chase. Yeah. Like, he's a clumsy guy, but the end of the chase is, like, one of my favorite parts of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, they're going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting smacked around, everything. The kids beat him up. The little kids and stuff like that beat the shit out of him.
And it was funny because, the typical Santa's a huge guy, but he was like the skinny Santa.
When he does the high stepping at the end with Dion, like the Dion high step, and he gets hit by the car by Pinky, right? With that Pinky. Yeah. That was great. That's so great. Good. And then, what's his name is in that? There's some disturbing parts in that movie.
Yeah, that's the one with Cat Williams.
Williams and what's his name?
Terry Crews,
who I don't want to say rest in peace, Terry Crews, but his star has fallen quite a bit from some of the things he said. But there were some scenes in there that were just Money Mike.
Yeah, Money Mike.
Great
that was
character.
A great one.
That was a great. I think people. You can't.
Man, I don't know. I guess the first one is the best.
No, it's the greatest one. I mean, it's like
between the second and third.
Second one was really good.
It
Michael
was really
Rappaport's
good.
in there, right?
Yeah.
Michael Rappaport's in there as a mailman. But the third one, I think it's better with age. Actually,
that's what I was about to say. I think the third one has potential to be as good as the second, but because I've seen the second more than the third. It's just the second's the default, but but the third is really good too.
Because John Singleton is not John Singleton. John Weatherspoon. Sorry, John, the great late grandson.
John died this year.
Yeah, John Weatherspoon. Yeah, both of them died this past year, I think. Right? Yeah, I think John Singleton and John Weatherspoon died. But John Weatherspoon is great in all the movies, especially in that one.
He tied it all together.
Where L'chaim, where the guy, the owner, he makes such references that are just so off base, but so funny.
Yeah.
It is. I think that is a great Christmas movie. I think we need to make sure that that's continued as a Christmas movie. That's Top Flight Security.
Yeah.
One of the greatest lines ever. How many times do you see security and say, anywhere you're at in a mall, right? Top motherfucking flight security. Do you go to the mall and think that to yourself every time?
Yes.
You do?
Well, I think it every time I see security officers.
Security. And especially at the mall or like at a Walmart or something. That's top motherfucking flight security.
Of the world.
Of the world. Craig.
Right. High security of the world.
So like that is definitely, I think, an underrated Christmas movie that I think needs to be seen by everybody. I mean, if your kids are not of age and you don't want to show them that. But, like, I'm sure you're going to show your daughter. I don't know if she's seen it yet. Maybe
when she gets 35.
35? That's what it is? 35?
Yeah, she has to be 35.
But, it's a great movie. You have any other movies that could be borderline, or maybe they are, and we just don't talk about it or not, that could be?
I haven't seen that new one that came out, what was it, The Christmas Chronicles, or whatever that new one is.
Well, I have no idea.
Kurt Russell or one.
I guess what I'm talking
Michael Douglas. I may have the name.
I think I'm talking more about like old movies that are debated whether they're Christmas movies or not. It's like we were having a conversation. There's old discussion with Die Hard, right? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Because anything that's set in Christmas is like a Christmas movie.
Anything that plays during Christmas,
all right? Yeah, it's set in plays during Christmas. Like the first Lethal Weapon. They had Christmas, right? I don't know if you ever seen a Lethal Weapon.
I have, but
so it was during Christmas, right?
Huh. Okay.
You do not remember that, huh?
I remember the movie, but I don't remember.
He came over for like at the end. They had the sand. They drive he drives the car through the house, and there's a Christmas tree up there. If you remember, I mean, Ernesto, it was Christmas time.
No, I don't remember that.
You do not remember that.
No.
So let's.
It's been like I'd say 20 years since I've seen one.
All right, so that's where we go. All right, so those are some of the Christmas movies we like. What about some of the like toys you got over the years? What was like some of your best gifts?
Oh, definitely any PlayStation, Sega, or anything I've gotten. A trampoline.
A trampoline. You see, I always wanted a trampoline. I just thought that maybe some of us were klutzes in my household.
That might have been true.
Yeah, like my brother might have a lot of arms broken, everything over his lifetime. So we couldn't have things like that. We had a swing set when we were younger. He busted his face up pretty good. So yeah, we had some issues in our household. But 3 boys growing up, so
someone should have a broken foot.
Yeah, it was definitely. I got power drive, everything, but
broken bone a month.
Toys wise, Sega was a huge deal when we got that. Sega was
PlayStation, Nintendo, any one of those.
Yeah, Nintendo 64.
Any bikes that
I was a big Ninja Turtles fan growing up.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of those. So some of my greatest gifts or whatever. As you get older, though, I think the gifts become farther apart. You don't really get as many gifts, so you cherish them a lot more.
Yeah.
As a kid, you're like, okay, I know where the gifts are at, whether Hanukkah be Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever. Yeah. So I always knew where they're at. Mm-hmm. So, like, they would used to tell me, I said, I saw my gift. That's not for you. Of course it was for me. They always try to play that. There's only so much, like, your parents hide your gifts. Like, there's only so much they can hide the gift from you. What are they putting it in where? In their third room that we haven't seen before? Like, so I always used to sneak in and get the gifts. Were you a sneaker to see the gifts?
Oh, yeah. I would look for gifts and find them.
They try every year something different?
Yeah.
Like, they would move it?
They would move it, but like you said, it's it's in this house somewhere.
Yeah, like if you're.
And if it's not this small, then it's going to be this big. And where are you going to put that shit?
Yeah. So how do you do it with your daughter? How do you hide the gifts? She's not going to listen to this podcast, so like.
The same way.
Same way.
Closets.
Has she found them that you know of yet, or like?
Not that we know of, because we don't leave her home alone, so she can't like roam the house and look. But she also isn't the type to go around and look.
Oh, so she's a good
We've
girl.
had gifts in the closet for over a year. Gifts that we forgot to even give her, and she just never knows. She just never knows.
Oh, wow.
I've been looking next to my shoes like, what is this? This is from like 3 years ago. A gift we never gave my daughter. Because she has too much shit.
How does that happen?
Sometimes we just don't give her all the gifts because it'd be too many gifts. So we try to wait a week and be like, oh, here's another gift. And then wait another week and be like, here's another gift.
Yeah, how does that even happen?
Too many fucking gifts. I don't know. She's the only child, so we get her stuff, and then everyone, family members get her stuff, and then she's like how my girl Cindy. She will not. I can give her a gift, and she'll be like, "Oh, thank you," and then 3 months later, that gift is still in the same box. She's not opened it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use it eventually. So Lila's kind of like that. She will, take one gift, she's playing with that, and the other 15 gifts won't get touched for 2 or 3 months. Still in the wrapper.
I'm never like
not
that.
Even like as a kid, we ripped them all over. Everything has to be open.
Your daughter has such discipline.
With hers, we could take them back. They're still in the same box. They haven't even.
See, I've already outdone the playing of the toys at that point. And I don't use it anymore. Like that's how much. Like the 3 months. Why is that toy? I just bought you that for the holidays. No, I'm done with it.
Yeah, no, she will.
That is some discipline. That is awesome discipline. All right, so have you ever gotten mad at a gift?
Mad at a gift?
As a kid, maybe older, whatever. Like you're just like, damn it, this is not what I wanted, and you showed yourself off. Like,
no. Maybe I got everything I wanted.
No, but I mean, as far as like you were mad at what your parents got you, like this is not what I wanted.
I mean, I never, preferred all the clothes and shit.
But you never were mad?
I was never mad, no. I just kind of was grateful for stuff, so I would just be like, great, I got a bunch of stuff, put it in a pile, I'm going to play with this. I wish I didn't get this, but, I would just, as long as I was getting stuff.
So it's about the getting stuff.
As long as I was getting.
Yeah, I've been mad at a gift before. I got money.
Oh, yeah?
When I was young. I was like 6 or 7.
Money?
I threw the money on the ground.
Oh, right.
And I said,
wow.
I was young, 6, 7 years old. I threw it down. And this is like my great aunt that got me.
You can't
I was
go
like,
shopping.
I was like, this is not what I wanted. And I threw the money down, not realize that money is just as good as.
Yeah, that's how you get it.
Yeah, so she gave me money and stuff. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was money. It's just like threw it down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like my older self now would be like, you're an idiot, man. Like, I'd rather people like my thing with gifts now to people is I give them like gift cards a lot of times because listen, I don't want the headache of shopping for you, to be honest with you.
No, I prefer gift cards.
It's like let me make.
Because then I can go get exactly what I want.
I could give an Amazon gift card or something like that, and just say, hey, this is what you want. I know what you like in the realm of things, but I don't know what you're zeroed in on in that specific item or whatever. So you know what? Here you go. This is what I'm gonna do for you. Yeah. Make it easier. Here's a gift card, whatever. Do what you gotta do.
You might be in the ballpark. You might be, I got you an iPhone. They'd be like, great. This is great. Oh, I wish did they have any red ones? I wish you would have got the red one.
The red ones.
You're like, fuck, I knew I should have got the red one. If you would have gave them the gift card, they could have got the red one, the exact, every spec that they wanted could have been gotten.
Yeah, just do that, and that's the easiest way to go about it. I mean, that's how I look at it. Just go ahead and get them a gift card. Sorry, it is what it is. I'm getting you a gift card.
Now, these days, if you're trying to get a gift card for a PlayStation or Xbox, you'd have to give them a credit card.
Yeah.
Because they're like $1,500.
Yeah.
Just to get one because they're marking them up.
Yeah, these PlayStations, boy, they're going off. My brother was on hold for a while trying to get his PlayStation. He ended up He's actually been able to flip them a couple of times over. So
he sold it and bought another one?
Yeah, he's been able to get them. These are great things going on right now.
So he's got one and sold it for more?
No, he got two, and he doesn't have any for himself.
But he sold them for more than what okay. So I was going to say, as long as he's flipping them.
You got to flip them.
What's the most he was able to flip it for?
I think one was $500 so far.
Okay. Then
the first one was
I thought
cheap.
They cost $500.
Yeah, but he got $500 on top of it.
Oh, okay. So you sold it
for $1,000. Yeah, I think $500. Yeah. Gotcha. And then the other one, he gave it to a friend who paid him $200 on top of it.
That's not bad. That's nice.
Right, that was a good little thing. So at least good for them.
That's fair.
It's a fair deal, fair price. We're happy.
Yeah.
You have happy family, man. You get make extra money, more gifts from me this year.
Yeah.
Keep on selling them. Keep on selling them. Flip them. Flip those things.
Has he been able to get the Xbox?
I don't think he's tried for the Xbox yet. No Xbox yet. I'm sure he's trying. I might get into the game a little bit.
So everybody's pretty much on.
I haven't even gone shopping yet, bro. I haven't even started my Christmas shopping yet. Yeah. It's
do it online.
That's what it's going to be this year. So I'll figure it out what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. Or I'll go from there, and then figure out. It's a pretty small list this year that I'm getting people. I got a lot of Scrooges that I'm not getting shit to this year. So
especially with COVID.
Yeah, COVID, exactly. Bosses are. I just want to get into this with you. We're going to switch topics a little bit. I'm sorry for that. You ever had a boss that's a real asshole?
Yeah, all of them, pretty much.
All of them? You think every one of them?
Okay, maybe not every one of them.
Like a real Scrooge.
But maybe all of them except for one.
Selfishness.
Almost every boss has been an asshole. It's like a prerequisite to be a boss. You have to be an asshole.
Like a real asshole, right?
Yeah.
I might know somebody like that.
I do.
I do, right?
I know a bunch of people like
that. A bunch of people. I know one in particular.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely a big one. But I just think, people the priorities are real off in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people this time of the year are too consumed with certain things money-wise when they know that they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And, excuse me, I just think people need to find good things and maybe need to take a little less to give a little more. And I guess that's just my words of wisdom this year, which is something that's important to me. I just find there's some real selfishness going on right now in this country. In my space, I would say. People are too damn worried about themselves. And I'm not even talking about COVID or anything like that. Just in general. People don't appreciate things too much.
Well, that's the thing with bosses or business owners or management is they have that disconnect of empathy for the people who they are managing. They don't put themselves in their shoes and realize that person speaks from a place of worrying about their job, right? So the things that they do on the job, the way they interact with even the boss or the owner or the manager isn't as genuine as it should be because they are speaking from a place where they're thinking, I better not say the wrong thing or else I better not do the wrong thing. You better not catch me standing around. I'm going to lose my job. So it's not as genuine. Where the boss or the manager or the owner can be as genuine as they want. They don't got nobody looking at them. They can talk to you any kind of way. They can act any kind of way. And they don't they don't have to walk on eggshells. And for that, they lack the empathy to understand some of the things that they may be telling that person or the ways that they may be acting or the way that they're talking to that person doesn't have the respect or the consideration it should because they're not understanding how that person could feel in their position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So they're not being empathetic. Let's say, maybe I should watch how I talk to Jason because, Jason's working 2 jobs and he's trying to make ends meet and, I'm a millionaire, so maybe I'm not going to talk to him like I would talk to my millionaire friends. Maybe I should talk to him with more understanding. or more consideration.
Well,
or be you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I get you, but I think in general, I think, and I'm not saying a pity party or anybody. I'm just saying the decency to know that one way you don't have to be, an asshole to succeed.
You don't.
You just don't. And how you talk to people, you can be just as efficient how you talk to people in a different way than how you could presently talk to people in a shitty way. And I think that's what we miss in this country completely, and you see it every day. And I'm not talking about me, like I said. I'm just saying in general that this is just a problem that plagues this country. Mm-hmm. That we make the only way to succeed in this country is to step on the next person's neck or to treat somebody a certain way, or I'm better than you. Right. Which I think that is a huge flaw.
Yeah, it's the lazy way out.
Yes.
It's like you couldn't figure out the real problem, so you did the bullshit.
100%.
You're like, I'm just going to yell at this dude because I don't know how to figure out why he's really not doing what I want him to do. So I'm just going to yell at him. That works. All right, on to the next problem.
100%.
You know what I mean? When really you should just figure out why you're not getting whatever you want accomplished. And if you figure that out, then the next time it happens, you'll know the answer instead of just dealing with it that way every time. I'm just going to yell at everybody then. No, figure out why everybody's not listening to you. And then you don't have to yell at anybody.
You would hope that would be in somebody's people would think that way, but people have weird. They think there's only one way to succeed in life, unfortunately, and that's how to belittle people. And bosses don't change, unfortunately, because they think their way is the only way. And you could be your company can even grow if maybe you being a boss would change your ways. You could be probably more efficient. Absolutely. Morale of a company, everything.
Absolutely. There was only one time where I had to really get out of character for an employee. I've been a boss, I've been a manager, I've been in all kinds of roles. And only one time. All the other times, if I needed to get rid of an employee because they're just not a good fit for us, and I try whatever I can try to coach whatever, I can still get rid of that person without yelling, without being unfair. 9 times out of 10, me having to get rid of an employee, I didn't have to get rid of them. They got rid of themselves.
Yeah.
They literally come to me and say, hey, doesn't look like I'm a good fit for this place after everything you've done for me. It's because they come to me and resign because I've given them everything that they need. They realize
as an employee, you got to be self-aware of what the surroundings are. You got to be like, okay, this might not be for me.
They realize it themselves, so they'll come quit before I have to fire them. I don't have to fire you. I tell you everything that's expected. I gave you everything, and I'll do something to where you realize that you should probably just quit.
That sounds fair.
And I don't have to do it. I found ways to fire people without having to.
That absolutely sounds fair to me.
So
just fire yourself. Yeah, I just thought that was an important way to end this today because I think people in general are going through some rough times, and I don't think they get helped out by the selfishness of the employer. The employer holds a big stick, and sometimes they like to show it off to everybody for no reason. No need to, but they like to show it off that I'm in charge. And I just think, sometimes you just got to say to yourself, self-evaluate. I just think anybody could be anybody in life. Maybe my way is not constructive criticism. Maybe it's just downright disrespectful.
Right.
I do believe that employers should be able to come out and say things to employees, but you don't have to bitch and complain and go off the whatever. You go off the wagon.
Yeah,
trying
to disrespectful
level. So I think there needs to be a little bit more kindness from the employee. And like I said, I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but a little niceness goes a long way. You get more things done, and there's a better way of speaking to people, I think. And I just think that's what we need as going forward from all the issues that we have in this country to begin with. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's just a suggestion that maybe we need in this life right now. But man, I appreciated this conversation today. Christmas is coming up.
Oh man, no worries.
Yeah.
We'll talk about some toys probably on the next one.
Next one, and we'll have our end of the year resolutions, I think.
Absolutely.
You know, because we're gonna have a fun podcast. We're gonna do something on New Year's Eve. I think that's our next goal, is to have our next podcast New Year's Eve. We might have a couple of drinks in us. I think, you know.
And I'm actually going to talk about something that I think might be my crucial conversation
for the next one, and we're gonna hold that back for next week.
So you don't even mention it.
Not gonna mention.
All right, not gonna.
Don't even mention. We want to hold that. I felt like
it's pretty huge.
It's pretty huge. So that's why you need to hold that for next week.
It's crucial.
Yeah, it's gonna be crucial. So, but we do appreciate everybody being here today. Listen to us. Like, subscribe, comment.
You got it.
Tell other people.
Share. Tell a friend to tell a friend that it's them again.
And like I said, we'll be having a bunch of stuff coming out soon. We're almost there.
Yeah.
With our launch of you're going to see our faces soon. We're working out the minor details, and hopefully everything works out. We'll be there sooner, and we should have some merchandise coming up soon too.
Absolutely.
So we go ahead. Appreciate everybody sticking with us today. This is Jason.
This is E.
We are out.
Peace.